Hello. Welcome back to my channel, or if you are new, welcome in general. So, with Valentine's Day coming around the corner, I don't know if I'm gonna get this up by the point that Valentine's Day comes out, but welcome to the Hermit in Reverse channel. Today I am going to be doing a next chapter in your love life for people who are in a relationship at the moment. If you are single, I've already done one for singles, but I wanted to look at the next chapter for people who are already in a relationship. And today what we're going to be looking at is I'm obviously going to do like a confirmation in terms of the reading, like who you are, who they are, what they've been through, what you've been through type of deal, what you have accomplished together. Then we're going to look at your guys' future as well as how you two view each other. And then we're going to look at some advice in terms of how to navigate the relationship or whatever comes up in the reading. So go ahead and pick a pile. I have crystals available for you, and basically what these cards are going to represent is the overall theme of this next chapter and what it's going to deal with. So we have 3 crystals available for you guys, and I would just go ahead and choose which one you're attracted to. You might be attracted to multiple, that's totally fine if you guys are, but yeah, let's get started. Hello, Pile 1. So before we get into your theme for today, what I'm gonna do is I am going to look at, I'm just gonna do like a quick confirmation of who you are, who they are, kind of what you have been through as individual people, and that will kind of confirm whether or not this is the pile for you. If it isn't, you can go ahead and take a look at the other ones, but if you don't find yourself within these piles, this reading is probably not for you. I'm going to be using the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck, and we'll go ahead and we will get started. Hope you're having a good Valentine's Day if this doesn't go up by then, or if you have a wonderful Valentine's Day planned. Oh, and by the way, you can probably resonate with both piles. You could probably resonate with one of them. It's not an end-all be-all type of situation since this is a general reading, but I would just take what kind of resonates and then go with yeah, I would just take what resonates and what makes sense, since I am doing this for a wider audience today. So, who are the 2 people? Give me one card for one person in the relationship. I wonder if I could do like a polyamorous one too. But maybe like if you do have multiple partners, you can be drawn to multiple different piles, because we are pro polyamory on this channel, by the way. What has happened with this snake person? What's happened in their life? Good Lord. What's happened in the snake person's life to let them know whether or not this reading is for them. Here we go. Okay, can you clarify Magician? Give me, clarify the Magician. 3 of Cups. Can you clarify? Thank you. 1 of Wands. Lover in reverse. What was this choice that they had to make? Oop. Okay. Let's work together today. Choice that they had to make. Okay. We're gonna leave the fox person alone for right now. So this could either be you, this could be your partner, or there could be elements of both of you within this reading. Art. Oh, that's temperance. Girl. Balancing what? Give me... Oh. Sorry. This is going to be a lot of questions to start out. Jesus. The Emperor in reverse. And then death. I don't even know if you can see this on screen because the cards are just spilling everywhere today. Alright. We're going to put this front and center. Okay. The snake seems like a very divine card, so I'd assume out of all of the... Oh no, it's an earth card. I'm sorry. Why are we very chaotic today and just not organized? The snake. Guardian of unawakened magic and creative potential. The snake is a symbol of our highest potential. It is said that Shakti, our creative life force, lies dormant at the base of our spine in the form of a coiled snake. Regardless of whether this image rings true for you, it's well worth considering the amount of unawakened or untapped potential within. What would life look like if you woke it up? How can you stir it from slumber? An experienced yoga or meditation teacher can lead the way. Make haste, the snake card appears when there is no time to waste. So, you are described as someone who is very prosperous, creative, and charismatic. I feel like you're probably at a point of life where you are, you're basically free to do what you want to do, and there's so much that is kind of available for you to work with. And I don't know, it seems like it's a very exciting time. So far I'm getting healthy energy from this relationship. It could not, I'm sorry, one of you, that's kind of the point that they're at, where they're kind of at this journey where it's like they're not at a crossroads, but they just have so much opportunity available to them and so many areas where they could grow and learn and prosper. So this could either be you or your partner, but it looks like their past as an individual snake person, I guess I'll just refer to them, they've got a lot going on, to be honest, or they had a lot going on. I kind of want to start with justice. Clarifying the magician. So the magician is somebody who doesn't have a lot of confidence in terms of what they can manifest, or what they're trying to manifest is just like blocked at the moment. Or it could be somebody who is a little bit manipulative, if that makes sense. Basically they're trying to have something happen for them, like a goal that happens for them, but it's just being delayed for whatever reason. And it could be that they don't feel like they have the resources available. It could be that they just don't have the confidence to see the vision through. And I think the latter is the case here, because the snake person has been described as somebody who is like full of so much potential. But they're not, I feel like they just haven't manifested it yet because they don't feel like, I feel like this is more of a confidence type of thing, to be completely real with you. And I think what they're trying to manifest has something to do with like feel like this is more of a child, to be honest. I feel like one of you wants to have a kid and you're trying to like become more stable is what I'm hearing from spirit. What is blocking? I feel they want some sort of celebration, basically, of some sort. It could be having a child, it could be opening up the relationship, but it's not happening for them. Why? What is blocking them? The Eight of Wands really wants to come out. I think with the Magician card, I think the overall situation here is that there is a child that is entering the world, basically. It's either that one or both of you want to welcome a kid into the world. A kid is already on the way of coming into the world. Whatever the case may be, I feel like this has something to do with a kid. And I think that, like, this snake person specifically is is panicking a little bit because they feel like they don't have the necessary resources, whether that's like financial, whether that's confidence related, they don't feel like they're ready because they feel like they have so much more that they have to do before they welcome a child into the world. And it's happening like really quickly right now. So that's kind of what they're going through. It's like just the struggle of maybe they do want this to happen for them, but they don't feel like they're ready right now.
It could also be that with what I discuss later in this pile, it could also be that this person, if nobody's pregnant in this situation or nobody wants kids in this situation, that they have been in a period of like low self-esteem or low self-confidence for a long time, and so they kind of they never really felt like having a happy or healthy relationship was on the table for them, and it seemed like it happened so fast to them. I don't know how to really explain it. I'm sure you'll understand if like you are partnered with the snake person or if you personally are the snake person, but I think that a lot of what happened in their life really like ruined their self-esteem to the point where they were like, I don't think I could ever be happy or reach a place where I could be happy and celebrate life. And then it kind of happened really fast. I don't know what it is specifically, but I think that like that was proven wrong for them somehow. But that is an alternate interpretation.
But it seems like in the past, I'm just going to get rid of these for the sake of clutter. Sorry, this is difficult to really parse out and to process in general. I feel like I have this situation here available to me, but the rest of it is just like not coming to me. So they've gone through something that felt very unfair to them, and there was an outcome that happened where they were just like, they've put in so much effort into the situation at hand with the Ten of Wands. Like, they carried so much, they didn't give up even when there were so many obstacles that were in their path, but in the end they feel jaded because they were forced to make a decision that they don't resonate with and that they know they don't resonate with, whether that's out of obligation or whether that's out of just like trying to satisfy other people's needs over their own. And I think that what that decision had to do with was whatever that decision has to do with was very like Four of Cups energy, essentially. They had to choose something that they feel is incredibly boring to them, and something where we're gonna ignore this for now. So the choice that they had to make was between balancing a certain component of their life versus the choice that is least satisfactory to them with the Four of Cups here. And it's interesting that like this Cups energy, it has something to do with like something that satisfies them, basically. This is either like a relationship with other people, or this is like an emotionally fulfilling career opportunity. And what they were trying to balance was this, I think with the Emperor in reverse card here, they were trying to balance other people's expectations with their own personal desires. And you're going to have to follow me here. So the Emperor in reverse is somebody who does not make decisions because I feel like somebody is very like dominating in this case, and I feel like it has something to do with like a family member of some sort. So I think that somebody had this expectation that the snake person needed to do something else with their life other than what's currently happening or what they want. But and this person was trying to balance those expectations with wanting something that was very transformative for them, and something that would like end a cycle of some sort. End a cycle of some sort. So I think they were just trying to like figure out, I think they're just balancing like expectations from somebody else with what they personally want for themselves and what they personally know is right. But I think in order to successfully do that, they had to cut something out. And maybe whatever they had to cut out of their life, or whatever they had to end, was something that they really desired and really cared about. And with the Four of Cups here, with the fact that they feel jaded by things and the fact that they feel like the outcome was unfair, I think that they ended up going with the Four of Cups situation where no, I think that they went with Temperance, actually, because the Four of Cups is somebody who is satisfied with their life and they feel like they have everything that they already need, but they get a separate offer that they're kind of like meh about, is the energy that I get. Yeah, they're being offered something, but due to either boredom or the fact that they feel like they're being stubborn about something, due to boredom or the feeling that they already have what they need, they don't accept that offer. And I think the reason they haven't accepted it is because they're trying to like balance this Emperor in reverse person's needs or expectations, like somebody who's very assertive, with a transformative period in their life where they are making an ending of some sort to move forward into the next chapter. What are they trying to like end though? That's where I'm confused. That was the worst shuffle that you have seen on camera yet. Okay. Oh my god. I'm gonna take the top card. Seven of Wands. I think what they're trying to end is proving themselves to other people and trying to like win some sort of battle of the egos against this Emperor reversed person. So I think that they had to choose between like keeping this person in their life or choosing themselves and what they view as happy. What is the history with the Emperor in reverse? I'm very like confused. I might pop in with editing too, because this is an interesting situation. What is the history with the Emperor in reverse? What is this history with the Emperor in reverse? Jesus Christ. The King of Cups. Okay. Oh. Okay. What? Can you give me more insight into... This is Earth. Can you give me more insight into King of Cups? That doesn't really tell me anything. Can you give me more insight? Okay, so that's definitely the snake person in this case. What is the Queen of Wands? Like, what is their deal? How do they fit into this? How do they fit into this? Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I'm getting the impression that this is a parent. So the Emperor seems like it's a parent, and since the Emperor is a very masculine card, it could either be like a fatherly figure of some sort, a masculine mentor of some sort, but we also have the Queen of Cups in reverse, so it could also be somebody who embodies like feminine energy as well. It could still be like a mom of some sort, or just some sort of person that is of a higher position of... No, it looks like a lower position actually than the King of Wands person. So the King of Wands person is somebody who is very emotionally intelligent, and they are able to use their emotions in a way that makes very like informed decisions. They are somebody who is sensitive to the needs of others. They're probably one of the most mature lovers that you'll ever meet, because they know what fulfills them, they know what they want, they've mastered all of the elements of water, energy, and so on and so forth. So with the Death card here, the reason I say that this is the snake person is because they were the ones making the choice to end some form of something in their lives. And I think that, so this parent, the Queen of Wands, this is somebody who is trying to get attention of some sort, but they're going about it in the most unhealthy way possible by causing drama with other people, being manipulative, using their creative energy as a force of destruction rather than a force of creation. And I think that what they did with the King of Cups person was that they overburdened them. They had so many expectations that they placed upon this King of Cups person's shoulders. And I think that a lot of that burden and a lot of that abuse, to be honest, because you have the Six of Cups reversed here, really influences a lot of the King of Cups like decisions in life. And I think it was very abusive, like childhood abuse type of situation, because the Six of Cups talks about like a childhood that is very basically a childhood that's been soiled. Like you don't really have a lot of nostalgia. I don't even know if you really remember your childhood, but this is somebody who has been like terrorized with the Nine of Swords here. A lot of this is interesting because this, I don't know if this is intentional, but this person looks very childlike, and then the Nine of Swords person also feels very childlike. This is giving me like inner child energy, where your inner child feels the Nine of Swords aspect. And the Nine of Swords is like, you're being kept up at night. You're so anxious about a lot of different things in your life that you literally just can't sleep. You can't take your health into consideration because you've just faced so much terror, I think, with the Queen of Wands person. Look at the initial spread back up. So that gives me a little bit more insight into how to read the other cards. But we had Death, we had Okay. I think that that's why they're nervous to have a kid, because they don't feel like they were given the proper, like, resources by their parents to know how to raise somebody in a way that is not abusive and detrimental to the child's health. And I think that whatever happened with their abusive parent was really unfair to them. And I feel like the energy here with the cards from before is like they tried so hard to please this person. They tried so hard to like cater to that other person's needs. They followed whatever that person gave them, whatever tasks, whatever path. They were like, I will do this until the end of time just so that you can be happy. And even though they made that decision and they made the choice to follow the path that wasn't satisfactory to them, it still didn't make the Emperor happy. It still didn't make the abuse go away. And I think that with the Death card there, that what happened with the snake person is that maybe they cut them out, or maybe they decided, I'm gonna establish boundaries, I'm not gonna let them step over me anymore. With the Emperor in reverse, I doubt that it's a matter of assertiveness. I think that the snake person cut out the toxic parental figure in their life, and they decided that, like, with the Four of Cups energy there, the Emperor in reverse person, or whoever the parent is, it could even be both parents since masculine and feminine energy were present there. I think that those parents continuously tried to like reach out to the snake person to make so many offers to them, but the snake person was like, I have everything that I need, like I've seen everything that I needed to see. No, I'm not accepting your offer. I'm giving you a no because, you know, I've done everything to please you. I've done everything to like go down this path. I feel frustrated just talking about this. I've done everything, and I'm not going to accept your offer because you haven't changed. You haven't like showed me that you've been actionable. So why would I say yes to this? Like, I have everything that I need. I've built the life that I wanted to build type of behavior. And that is that, which is very heavy energy. But like, if you resonate with that, or you feel like this sounds like your partner, you found the right pile. So now we're going to look at the fox, but I'm going to cleanse my energy really quick, actually. We're going to take, because that is, girl, I relate to you. I don't want to say girl, because you could be not a woman, but are we not going to light? Okay, we're going to do this. I'm too scared to set my room on fire. We're gonna cleanse, because that was a lot. Okay. Fox person. Jesus, snake person. I wish you peace. I feel like this is one of my siblings watching a tarot video as well, because it sounds very similar to what my family has gone through. Alright, what has happened with the fox person in their life? Oh, another choice. Is this an arranged marriage? Like, is that what's happening here? Oh my god. Come on. Alright, what's the other aspect of the choice? Judgment in reverse and the Hierophant in reverse. What the fuck? God. What is up? Six of Swords. Reversed. Why is this Ace of Cups in reverse? Can you clarify that? Okay. So, the fox is another earth sign. So, you guys could either have earth in your chart. I feel like you are close in age. But, you either have earth in your chart, or one of you is like, well, obviously you have earth in your chart if you're a Taurus, Virgo. God, why am I so... This is somebody who dissociates a lot. I can just tell by your energy. Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. I feel like both of you either have those signs in your chart, or you just resonate with earth energy in general. So the fox person is a smart, strong partner or mate and a wise teacher. They're an enchanting creature with plenty of mystique to go around. They are skillful in business and also make great teachers. They are quick to learn and adapt well to new situations. They are ideal life partners as they commit to relationships for the long term, and their natural charisma keeps things exciting. Fox energy helps us stay true to those most dear to us. When this card appears, reconnect to those you love. Foxes don't do well when they slip away. I feel like this is somebody who is very like extroverted, and they give me like ENFJ energy. You don't have to be, but that's just kind of what it sounds like to me. And their past is represented by the Lovers, so it looks like they had to make a choice as well in terms of like their heart's truest desires, and that choice was between an opportunity that once seemed very fulfilling to them but ended up not being so, and it looks like a person who is relatively young, like adolescent, child, teen, who is very like studious in a way, and is new to the realm of like conflict, is new to the realm of truth, is new to the realm of knowledge. Clarifying that, so the opportunity that once seemed fulfilling to them, with the Ace of Cups here but didn't end up being fulfilling. It's weird that the Ten of Cups shows up. Oh, I feel like they had the opportunity to express how they felt about something and they didn't in their past. Like they had very strong feelings about something or someone, but it was not returned to them. And this opportunity was something that they thought would like bring complete and utter satisfaction, like complete fullness to their life. Yeah, I think this might be like a true love situation that they had to choose between, but they didn't express like their true feelings about something. They didn't express their true desires to someone, and so they feel very like drained and disappointed with the situation between these two cards. But they thought that whatever this Ace of Cups situation was something that was going to bring them complete and utter happiness, was going to just like change their life. It was true love, whether that's career related or person related. But I think that they ended up being incredibly disappointed by that, with the Five of Cups, and they were so focused on like the fact that this person didn't reciprocate the feelings, that they didn't see the like opportunities standing behind them. And then I think that this is a conflict between like what they logic and what they know and the truth versus their emotions. Like they're torn between those two aspects of their life, because on one hand, with the Princess of Swords, with the Page of Swords here, I think this is a situation that happened when they were younger, and I think that they received a very blunt message of some sort, and it was difficult for them to accept, because usually the news that the Page of Swords brings is not something that bodes emotionally well for you. And whatever that energy was had something to do with like breaking the mold. Well, with the Hierophant in reverse, it's either something that kind of like breaks the traditional mold of something, or it's this makes me so nervous. It's catering to tradition so hard that I just get arranged marriage vibes. I don't know why. It's like catering to tradition to the point where it just like trumps common sense, you know? And I think that this person wanted to maintain the status quo because that's what they were comfortable with, and they clung to that with judgment in reverse so hard that like the universe essentially was like, nope, you gotta move on from this. Like I'm basically gonna force you to grow and to enter into the next phase of your life. So I think that like, yeah, I think as I said, like they had to consider what was truly good for them, and in whatever it was, like I think that they just had like this fantasy of either life or another person where they were just like, I think that this is going to bring me happiness, I think that this is going to bring me fulfillment. I get the feeling that it's a person, but it was unrequited. And so they had to see the truth of the situation, where they were like, well, even though I really wanted this to happen for me, I don't think it worked for me anymore. And I really had to learn and grow and step into the next chapter of my life and leave this energy behind at the same time, if that makes sense. I'm sure if this pile resonates with you, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But wow, interesting. So I am very curious as to like, why are you two in a relationship with each other? Why are you two in a relationship together? Something happened. It happened very quickly. I think it was a quick passion of some sort. You manifested it. Okay. Can you clarify the magician? I think it was a quick passion because like you two, there's something about resources here. Can you clarify the magician? I think that you two like bring out each other's confidence to make good decisions, and I think that you two like kind of remind each other of your intentions. Oh, that's actually really sweet. Yeah, you two are together because I feel like you knew right away with this person that you were meant to be together, and I think that you two just like work really well and understand each other really well, to the point where you feel like you just manifested them out of thin air. You're like, how are you real? Like every single morning I feel like you both look at each other and you're like, how did I meet you? Like this is crazy that we're so compatible and that we're so good together. And I feel like you two just know, especially with like earth energy here, I feel like you both have very similar plans in terms of like what would bring you happiness and what would fulfill you. And I feel like there's just this sense of like, I keep looking at the fox for some reason because he has just this all-knowing look in his eyes, and I feel like the snake might be the same way. But I think that you both just knew that you could manifest a happy life together. I don't even think I really need to clarify that. I think that you both knew that you would satisfy each other and that this was meant for you. And it was so fast because you just had no doubt that it was going to work out between the two of you, which is really nice. So what is the theme of the next chapter of your life then? What the fuck? Give each other space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. Girl. What? By the way, I just say girl as You don't even have to be a woman. I just say that because it's my favorite thing to say. And it's better than getting demonetized by saying it at Separate World. Why are you giving each other space? What happened? Okay, what happened to... What do they need to reflect on, I guess, first of all? What do they need to reflect on? Oh my god. Knight of Swords? What's keeping them up at night? Can you give me more information? What's keeping them up? Reflection. What do they need to reflect on? What do they need to reflect on? King of Wands. Waiting for some sort of result. What is... Can you please give me more specific? They're waiting on some result. What is this result that they're waiting on? What is this result that they're waiting on? Can you clarify? What? What the fuck happened? Like, what happened between the two of you? I don't... Somebody is very, like, anxious about something, and it's keeping them up. Like, they can't go to bed because of it. I feel like this is night terrors. I wonder if this is the snake person and just their trauma. But they're waiting on something. Like, give each other space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. Some sort of heartbreak happened. And I don't know what it is, but you guys aren't, like, speaking to each other for whatever reason. And I feel like one or both of you is very anxious because you're not talking at the moment. And I don't think that you guys have broken up or anything like that. But one of you, like, you're both kind of waiting for the other person to, like, contact you. What caused this Three of Swords? Magician in reverse. A lack of self-confidence of some sort? Somebody manipulative? Like, girl. The moon. Am I meant to know this information? I don't know. Maybe I'm being too nosy and Spirit's like, get out of these people's lives. Like, you weren't supposed to go this deep today. I feel like somebody's being manipulative here and is really, like, casting a lot of doubt and illusion over the relationship. And especially because the moon is in reverse, like, somebody is not seeing the truth of something. And I feel like it could be the snake person based on, like, the parents in their life or based on, like, the trouble that they've been through. But I don't want to put it all on the traumatized person, because the fox also has a lot of strangeness happening in their life. I feel like this could be one of those moments where you feel like it's too good to be true, almost. Like, you're just like, I love this person, but I feel like there's just not a lot of trust here, because you feel like there's something coming. Especially with the Three of Wands here, like, you're waiting for, I feel like, the ball to drop. And even though it's not coming, it's making one of you very anxious. And so you're, like, creating illusions out of nowhere and really trying to, like, escape reality when that's not really the case. And I feel like that comes from, like, I feel like you're breaking your own heart, and that just comes from, like, your lack of self-confidence. And since the Magician turned up for the snake, I feel like that's the cause here. But maybe, like, I feel like somebody just, like, sabotaged the relationship. And so that's why you two aren't talking, because you need time to, like, reflect on what happened and what went wrong in the relationship. Because even I'm sitting here like, what the fuck happened? I feel like this is something that just like came out of nowhere and was as fast as like your guys' relationship in general. What? This is not what I was expecting today for a love reading. It was so wholesome, and now it's just like, I don't know, somebody's mind is like racing right now. Like, because I'm sitting here and I'm just like, I feel it. I can just sense it. I think it's whoever's watching. I'm just kind of feeding off of your energy. But I feel like you're both just like concerned about the other, but you don't want to reach out because you know that you need space. Jesus Christ. I'm already forgetting like the other aspects of this reading that I wanted to do. Wow. Is this something to do with the pregnancy and the kid? Like, are you two fighting about the fact that like one of you wants a kid but another doesn't? There were so many questions. I don't know. Okay. I suppose we'll look into the future of the relationship now and what this next chapter has to entail. What is this next chapter of their life? What is this next chapter of their love life? Okay, that makes me feel a lot better about this situation. So something earth-shattering is coming, like some sort of revelation that is going to leave both of you in shock and surprise. And it's important not to panic. Whoever this person is, stop panicking. Stop. Okay? Chill. Cause Jesus Christ. The Tower. What is this surprise that is coming? Can you give me what this has to do with? What is this surprise? The Nine of Pentacles. And the Four of Wands reversed. So there's a lot of promise here. I want to say that. There's definitely a lot of promise here. And there's a lot of passion between the two of you. So with the Six of Wands here, I think that you have like, I feel like you guys have triumphed over whatever the fuck is happening right now, to be completely real with you. And you two worked through things. You two have the faith that things are going to be fine and end up working out for the better. I just think right now you're going through the Five of Wands phase where it's like there are so many minor challenges that you guys have had to fight through, and now you're kind of seeing the success of that. Yeah, you two have definitely persevered over a few things, and you have accomplished your goals together that you really wanted to accomplish. And I think that that's come as a surprise to you based on the challenges that you've faced. Because you both have a lot of shit that have happened in your background and your backstory, I want to say. But there's some sort of revelation that happens with one or both of you, and that revelation has something to do with the fact that like you grow a life of abundance and you've mastered the realms of earth when it comes to finances, health, career. Yeah, you're definitely taken care of. You're enjoying the fruits of your labor together. I get the feeling that you're going to grow old together and that this is somebody that you're going to marry. But I do think that like with the Four of Wands reversed, yeah, there's something missing that is preventing you from like establishing your roots. And it's mostly just a delay of some sort. It doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. It just means that something is blocking that from happening for you. What is causing this Four of Wands to be reversed? What is causing this Four of Wands to be reversed? is causing this Four of Wands to be reversed? Oh, I do not want that, honey. Spirit, please stop fighting with me today. What is causing this Four of Wands to be reversed? I feel like one of you is having doubts, and it's just the anxious person of this relationship. What is causing this Four of Wands? There we go. Yeah, one of you feels like your differences are too great to overcome. I don't know what differences you're talking about, but what are the Ten of Cups? I guess I was wrong earlier. I think that one of you has doubts about like what makes the other person happy. I don't necessarily know if that's like correct or anything, but it looks like one of you doesn't feel like this is a dream come true, or like doubts that this is a dream come true. I just get the feeling that it's like this is too good to be true type of energy. And I'm really hoping that the other person doesn't like sabotage it for themselves, because this seems like it's really good and it's gonna work out, but I think it's just one of you has to like really work through your self-doubt and take some time to reflect on things. But we'll look at some advice cards. Yeah, because I get the feeling it's the snake person. I feel like the fox person is like, I don't know why I keep looking at the fox person. I feel like maybe that's how the snake feels. Like they're like, the fox person is hiding something. The fox person is hiding something. But the fox person isn't hiding anything from them. And I feel like the fox person really wants to help the snake person and use their mentorship skills to really like bring out the potential of the snake person. But the snake person has just gone through so much abuse and trauma in their life that they just don't really know how to handle that yet. As I said, it's very promising. But there's just this like anxiousness that's been gnawing at me throughout this entire reading. We're gonna pull a moon card, and then by the way, I think that one of you is like, I think the fox person is very stubborn about trying to work this out, and they're trying to figure out like a solution to what the snake person is going through. And that might be making them anxious. Like, as I said, somebody's head is just like working really, really hard to just like figure this out. And I think that that's the fox person. Okay, can we get some advice on this relationship? I feel like I've said everything, but like nothing at all. Can we get some advice on this relationship? Nothing is yet set in stone. I don't know if I like that. Okay, this card really wanted to come out. Healing. It shouldn't be here, but sure. Yeah, I think that it's a matter of like faith that it'll work out. I think that that's what the healing card is here for. I think that somebody just needs to take the time to like heal the relationship and heal from a lot of what they've been through. Nothing is yet set in stone. Something is still developing, like that's for sure. Because this card confirms it. You have the Tower card, which means that there's something working behind the scenes that you guys can't see that is trying to make it, to manifest this relationship. Are you guys, maybe you guys are long distance. And because you have the Three of Wands, So some of you, I feel like, are long distance, and you're just trying to like get over the trials and tribulations. You're just trying to like get over the difficulties of long distance. Situation here is far from finalized. If you're not happy with the current state of play, that's marvelous. It means you can still change the course of outcome. However, there's a sense the situation could perhaps be a little unstable. For some, this is good news because you can still influence it. Others will struggle with the uncertainty, but stay with it a little longer. Either way, nothing is set in stone. Staying adaptable is the key to success for now. And stay with it, whatever it means to you. Yeah, I think that this relationship has a lot to do with like faith and trying to just waiting and having faith that things will work out for the best and that the universe has something in store for you. I think at this point you're just waiting for your tower moment where you have that revelation, and that will change the course of the relationship and change it for the better. I feel like I should provide something more, but I feel like this is just where I should leave it. And this is all that I can really say about the situation. I am available for personal readings too, if that brings you any solace. And I feel like that might be the next step here. I don't want to like self-advertise or anything if you're not interested in doing that. I totally understand. But I think it might be beneficial for some of you to have a more specific reading so that you can ask the questions that you need to ask and get the feedback that you need to get for this relationship. But in the meantime, I don't really know if there are any other questions that I can ask for this pile, and I apologize for that. But I think that you're both just very like restless, and you want to see things through, and you want something that's like tangible because you're both earth energy, but you kind of have to have faith that it'll work out by itself and you can't intervene. This is just something that has to take its course at the moment. But thank you for joining me today, Pile 1, and as I said, I am available for personal readings. I have social media as well if you have any questions. And if you do, this isn't the final love reading that I'm doing. I would like to see some comments about what you would like to hear more about in terms of these readings, and maybe I'll address them in later videos. But I think for now, this is where I'm going to leave the reading. Good luck. I wish you guys the best, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Hello, Pile 2, and welcome to your reading. So, before we start, I just want to make sure that this is your pile by pulling some cards. And the cards that I'm going to pull for this case are one for you and one for your partner or one of your partners, essentially. So we're also going to look at like the past as well, just to get situations that you might resonate with. And if you don't find yourself in this pile, that is completely fine. You can check out other piles and see if you resonate there, but if you don't, then maybe this reading is not for you today. I also wanted to mention in the middle of my horrible shuffling that you might find yourself in both piles. You might find yourself in one of those piles. Since this is a general reading, I would take what resonates, or choose the one that sounds most like you. So let's just, one person. Can I get a card from one person? Who is one of the people in this relationship? Who is one of the people in this relationship? Oh my god. Phoenix upright. And give me another, the other person in this relationship with Phoenix. Who is in the relationship? Who is in a relationship with the Phoenix? Who is in a relationship with the Phoenix? Who is in a relationship with Phoenix? Who is in a relationship with Phoenix? Ah! The unicorn. So this is a very spiritual relationship, I think. And these are very spiritual people that are coming together. And I'm getting, I don't know if the unicorn is supposed to be, like the phoenix is fire and air, I feel like. And I think the unicorn might be earth and water. So those are all the signs, essentially, which feels like a cop-out. But what has happened in the past? What is the history of the Phoenix person? What is the history of the Phoenix person? What is the history? Ooh, ooh. Okay. What? Tower of Cups. Reverse. What is, can you clarify justice? Can you clarify the justice card? Or judgment, I'm sorry. Can you clarify the judgment card? Three of Wands. Okay. Any other... I guess I'll look into it first before I ask clarifying questions. For some reason I get the feeling that some of you are like older. By the way, the candle's out because it was kind of making me feel dizzy, and sometimes I get a little bit sick with candles. I don't know why, but interesting. What did they lose? What did they lose? Okay. And why did they lose it? Why did they lose this? What is this? The Nine of Wands in reverse? Something is not worth fighting for. What isn't worth fighting for? Six of Wands in reverse. Interesting. They're waiting for something too. What are they waiting for? What are they waiting for? Oh my god! No! Okay, this card definitely wants to come out. I don't know if you can see that, so we're gonna move the unicorn over. Okay, the Phoenix. Freedom from suffering and past karma, reincarnation. Jesus Christ, there's so much of that in this. We'll get into that in these tarot cards. The Phoenix represents a transformation of our past. It doesn't mean running from it, denying it, or burning bridges with rage. The Phoenix employs an advanced technique described in yoga as the burning of impurities through practice and dedication. The essence of the Phoenix is with us when we realize we have been suffering too long and something must change. We take a stand and decide to live consciously instead of being driven by the unconscious mind and its long list of fears and aversions. At that very moment, the spark of the Phoenix is lit, and the great bird helps us burn through our baggage. We no longer run from who we are, what has happened to us, or what we have done. The stuckness and dead weight fall into the ashes, and the lightness and clarity emerge. As the stagnancy continues to smolder, the Phoenix lifts our spirits up and up, and we begin to recognize ourselves again. We may catch a glimmer in our eye that wasn't there before. Look closely, it's a sign the fire of transformation is upon your wings. Something about the root. So one of you, the Phoenix person, I think, is definitely very sad, and I think that they've gone through just a lot in their life, and maybe they've just kind of dissociated through a lot of it, and they feel very like stuck in this energy. Like, it gives me depression, and they're trying to basically like figure out who they are and what their identity is. And I think a lot of this has to do with, like, today a lot of what's been coming up is just like childhood trauma. But the Daughter of Cups here reversed, that is like, the Daughter of Cups traditionally represents a child, and I was hearing that when I saw it like pop up in my reading. And it's either like you have a very childlike, sweet type of personality, or you had something that happened to you in your childhood that really soured you. But the hope and the childishness of like your life is gone and has soured, and you just kind of like, you've lost something, and because you've lost it, you no longer feel hopeful about the future, and you no longer feel like there's anything to really be happy and bubbly about. And I asked what you lost, and I think what it has to do, a lot of it, I feel like the Nine of Wands in reverse. So you feel like something is closing in on you. I think that like there's some aspect of this reading where you feel like something just isn't worth fighting for anymore. And I think that I think a lot of it has to do with like this Two of Wands in reverse type of situation where you just don't see, like, the reason why you feel like you're giving up is because you don't feel like you have the potential to make things work anymore. And I think that you have like, I feel like the reason why you feel like it's not worth it anymore is because of this Six of Wands energy here. And it's very interesting because there's a lot of like air to this, and a lot about like metamorphosis, especially since this is like a butterfly that is emerging from the sticks and the darkness. But I think that with the Six of Wands here, you have everything that you want, or you've triumphed in some way, but you just don't feel like there was a reward. Like, you feel like there was something missing through all the obstacles that were thrown your way. And I get the feeling that you don't quite know what that is yet, but this feeling of like stuckness and this feeling of like, oh, there's something missing from your life has really kind of made you feel like there's no potential in passion. There's no potential in like maybe even career related things, maybe even relationship type of things. And so you're like, you've given up essentially, and you no longer are the enthusiastic person that you used to be. And this is the past too, so maybe you're ahead of this at the moment, but there is just a lot about like sadness here and feeling stuck in your depression. You also have the Judgment card that popped up. Lots of air. Like, look at that. Look at that. I think that you're moving on into the next chapter of your life, and you're moving on into the next phase. And there's a lot about like karma in this. So maybe you're somebody who is like Hindu, and believe very strongly in reincarnation. But I think that a lot of the past consequences of your life are starting to really catch up to you. And I'm looking at this card, and there's a lot of like birds that seem to be following the dove over here. I feel like that might be the opposition that's like closing in. What? I'm gonna ask a clarifying question. What is this opposition here? Like, what is opposing this Phoenix person? You feel like the call to do something, but I don't know exactly what that is. Okay. And what are they feeling called to do? Okay, so the opposition is represented by a person or an aspect of a person, and the Mother of Cups is somebody who is very like, I feel like this might be you, but it's somebody who's very intuitive, kind of knows what's like wrong before you even know what's happening, and they're emotionally intelligent and just very like caring and willing to kind of like pour their cup into others to make sure that they're okay. Why are they the opposition here? What does the Mother of Cups oppose? What does the Mother of Cups oppose? Or why does the Mother of Cups oppose the Phoenix? So I think the Mother of Cups person is trying to deliver a truth or a message of some sort that might come across as a little harsh and aggressive and out of nowhere. What is this message? Okay, yeah, I think this might be your partner, because look at that. It's like the horse, but without its horn. So I think somebody is trying to like really help you out of your depression, and this is more of like a good connection than it is a bad connection. And they're trying to get you to see the truth of like whatever happened in your past is not going to like spoil the future for you, because the Five of Cups deals with like somebody who is focused on like the disappointments that they faced in life, and they're so hung up on that they can't really see the good that is happening around them. And I think that that's what like I think that you might feel like that's a little harsh for somebody to tell you. I think that you might feel like you're like, well, I really want to mourn what happened a little bit longer. I want to hang on to this a little bit longer. Or you're like, I don't feel like this person really sees my perspective and how sad this has been for me for a while, and how disappointed I am. but it's kind of what you need to hear, but because it feels like a harsh truth to you, you feel like it's just opposition to the next phase of your life and where you need to be. And I feel like you just have this, like, you give me very knowledgeable energy. I just get like, maybe you're another tarot reader, maybe you're a psychic of some sort, but you feel called to like go within yourself and unveil a lot of the mysteries that surround your life. Yeah, I think you're looking for a lot of deeper meaning to life, and maybe that's why you gave up earlier on whatever it is that you were like, it's not worth pursuing anymore. And you're really like, you're just digging deep. Oh, I feel like you're trying to find your purpose in life. That seems to be like the overall theme here, is you're trying to figure out like why you're here. I'm hearing What Was I Made For by Billie Eilish, and that's kind of depressing to you because you don't really know that answer and you don't know if you're ever gonna resolve that. But right now you're kind of wanting to be alone and to figure that out by yourself. And maybe somebody opposes that. Maybe somebody's like, well, I want to go with you, but you have this deep sense of knowing that like, I have to take this journey by myself, and I love you and I'm not trying to harm you, but like there's a lot of twos here. I'm just noticing that too. I say a lot, but there's like doubles here. I feel like you know what's best for you, and somebody is trying to like, somebody thinks that you're hurting yourself in the process of doing this, and so they're trying to protect you, but you kind of know what's best for you, and you kind of have like an understanding of the world that other people don't necessarily have. So and that's a lot to carry, but I think that that's what you feel called to do, is to just like figure out what your purpose is and explore a deeper meaning without having anybody like opposing you or interfering with them. Because I do think the people in your life have your best intentions at heart. I just think that like you're the type of person that's very unique, and so it's very hard to kind of like understand where you're coming from. It's giving abstract, like it's hard to understand you as a person and where you're coming from, and some people might misunderstand that, and that might be a little bit like, that might be something that triggers a defense mechanism within you, because you want to feel understood and you want somebody who really knows you, but it's difficult to have that when you're a person that's like this. And you're waiting right now, like you're waiting for the results of something with the Three of Wands here, and I think what you're waiting for is like help and stability. And I get the feeling that some of you are sick. You're just like physically sick and you're waiting to get better. But it gives more mental health. I think some of you are physically sick, but I think some of you are just like waiting for your mental health to get better, and you think that like finding a purpose and waiting for the universe to call you to something is going to really like revive you and bring you into this Phoenix energy. But if that resonates, then for you or your partner, then this is your pile. I said you a lot, but this could also be your partner as well. We'll get into the unicorn person. I have What I Was Made For stuck in my head. That kind of made me sad. Okay. What is the history of the unicorn person? What is the background of the unicorn person? Nine of Cups. Okay. Anything else that I should know about the unicorn person? The Tower is happening a lot today. Okay. And what is this like Tower moment? What is this revelation that they're having regarding? You are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. There's karma. There's a lot of themes of karma. Yeah, you two are like, are very spiritual souls. Like, I feel like you both bond over a lot of like deep and I feel like you both connect because you don't like the mundane and shallowness of everyday life. I feel like you want something more than that. Let me look at who the unicorn person is and how they're represented, because they are also a spirit card, I believe. There's the unicorn. Reconnecting to higher wisdom or divinity. It's difficult to see, hear, or think of the unicorn without immediately questioning if it's real. Did they ever exist? Perhaps long, long ago? The mind answers maybe, or it could be, or no way. This very contemplation explains our relationship with divinity and encapsulates our wavering belief in the unicorn. We wonder what divinity is. We wonder where our intuition comes from and if we can really trust it. We think about a higher power and our mind hesitates between yes, no, and maybe. Is it male or female? Does it have a name? Or is it just a feeling? The unicorn card appears and wakes us up to curiosity about the higher self and the divine. It is a card of questioning, exploring, and contemplating the inexplicable. The mind's eye knows there is something beyond our day-to-day lives, a deeper dimension to our experiences. The mind's eye reaches and reaches and reaches out to grasp something more. You are the unicorn, and you have begun your quest for the answers. Yeah, one of you is like trying to figure, like, you both are trying to figure out the deeper questions to the world, but I think that the unicorn person is just waking up to their inner wisdom and seems to be very like curious and questioning and skeptical, but not in the way where it's like, I just want to look at the facts. But yeah, not in the way where they just want to look at the facts, but in the way where they're like, they just want to know more. And as I said, like, there's a lot about trying to escape the day-to-day cycle of life, and that's something that you guys connect over. I feel like you both believe that there's something more in the world, and you both want to like figure that out, but you're just at the beginning of that journey together. But with the unicorn person, a lot of their past is, they're kind of different from the Phoenix person in the fact that they have the Nine of Cups here, and the Nine of Cups is somebody who is like satisfied with their life, essentially. Yeah, you're happy with how far you've come, and you feel like your wish has been fulfilled, and you're a lot happier than the Phoenix person is, the unicorn person. And there's a little bit of talk and theme about being a little bit too smug, and I think that might just be something that you are working on balancing. But you're going to have this like revelation soon that is going to really like change you and surprise you and open your eyes to the full moon in Virgo. And the full moon in Virgo, I'm immediately drawn to like attune to the moon, find a balance between the cosmic and the mundane in your daily life. I think that sometimes you do get like too caught up in your head and too caught up in the abstract that you might neglect what's happening in your day-to-day life. And I feel like this revelation is telling you that you kind of need to be honest with yourself, and you kind of need to think about like the origins of why you're asking the questions that you're asking, if this makes sense. Have you been too humble? Like, have you been selling yourself short? Have you been a little bit too smug? And Also, there's this like meaning of, have you been overly critical? An apology may be in order. I think you might be doing like so much self-care and so much for yourself that you're not really seeing like the people around you, and you're too in your head to the point where it's like you don't really feel like you can think about people outside of you, whether it's because you're arrogant or because of like not feeling like you're good enough for this world. I don't know. As I said, like, your energy is very cosmic. Can I get some more cards about the background of the unicorn person? Like, what have they gone through? Two of Swords in reverse. Yeah, you're stuck in a limbo of some sort, and you're kind of like refusing to be honest in some degree and tell the truth about a certain situation because you're scared of like rocking the boat and disturbing the peace. But because you're not making a decision about something, it's really affecting those around you, and I think you're just like trying to avoid it by staying in your head. What are they? What do they have to make a decision about? Yeah, I feel like you're... seeing the joys of life? What? I'm so confused. This is beyond me. I think I'm too shallow-minded for this type of reading. But I think it has to do with the Phoenix person.
I think that what's happening here, I'm editing and I misinterpreted what the cards were saying, but I'm given the impression that you and the Phoenix person, if you are the unicorn person, have been together for a while, and this is the history of your relationship, because there's a lot of parallels between the two of you in terms of your history together, but take that as it resonates. I think that what this decision has to do with is happiness and the direct conflict and opposition with the Phoenix person's feelings at the moment. As the unicorn person, I do believe that you have accomplished your goals. I do believe that you have achieved a lot in life, but I think where you're trying to keep the peace, or where you've been trying to establish a decision, has been with fulfillment and happiness, and what that looks like for you in your relationship with the Phoenix person. I think for some of you, the Phoenix person might be projecting a lot, and the Phoenix person might perceive you as like entitled or egotistical because they're struggling and they see you succeeding in life, and their thought process is like, well, how are you succeeding so much when I'm, in this position? Or how do I phrase it? Or not necessarily that, but I think that they might question if you're actually happy with what you have, even though you know that you are. And I think that just goes back to how people don't perceive the unicorn person as like real at times, because they might be like, I don't understand how you're happy with this, and this, or why you're satisfied with this, and this, because to the Phoenix person, that might not be what's satisfactory to them. Or it could be that you yourself see that the Phoenix person is struggling right now, and you might feel guilty about watching them struggle while you are successful and building your life the way that you would like to see it. So this revelation that you've been having with the Tower card has been knowing that like you are good enough. Like, you don't have to question yourself, you don't have to question your value, you don't have to question your happiness. Like, the fact that you are happy right now is good enough. And I think a lot of like what the card talks about might be projections from the Phoenix person. But with this ultimatum, I think that that has to do with is the fact that, like, I think since you and the Phoenix person, especially because the Phoenix person has cards about like opposition and somebody like who is close to them delivering a harsh truth, I think that you've realized that, like, oh, me and this Phoenix person have been at odds about what makes us happy or what makes us feel satisfied. So I think you're trying to like help the Phoenix person understand where their satisfaction comes from and where their fulfillment lies. But it's difficult because the Phoenix person takes things a little bit too personally and thinks that you're like attacking them, when you're not. You're just trying to say that, like, there are things that you can be grateful for in life. There are things that like are good. You can see the sunshine after it rains, sort of thing. That doesn't make any sense, but like I think you know where I'm going with this. I think that there's also this question with the unicorn person about long-term happiness with the Phoenix person specifically, because the unicorn person has a lot of good things that are happening in their life right now. They have the 9 of Cups upright and the 10 of Cups upright, and that is somebody who is very successful and fulfilled and feels like all their dreams have kind of come true. But with the 2 of Swords in reverse card and the ultimatum that I talked about, I think that like they're not really able to see that success, or they're not really able to enjoy that fulfillment completely because the sun is in reversed, and the sun reversed talks about how there are a lot of good things happening for somebody, but they can't really see it. And for me, I think that that might have something to do with the Phoenix person's sadness and the Phoenix person's inability to be happy. So I feel like the unicorn person might be wondering whether or not they're going to have long-term fulfillment with the Phoenix person specifically, since there are so many questions about the differences of what makes both of you happy. And that could be something that's been resolved. That could be something that is still being worked on. It might not be something that's going to end the relationship, but it's probably been a conflict for the two of you if you resonate with this pile. But I think that there's something to be said about, I'm not trying to like put blame on anybody. Let me make that clear. I think that you both have like your reasons for what you're going through, but I think that if you're successful in life and you're achieving all these things and you have somebody who is just like struggling, and not that the Phoenix person is doing this, but if they are, I just wanted to make this clear. If you have somebody that is turning like your successes and your achievements into like reasons as to why they feel meaningless in life, like consistently, I think that there's a need for like either help outside of the relationship, like a therapist, or a need for like that person who is struggling in life to seek help in some way, and to kind of take distance and really like go deeper into themselves, which I think the Phoenix person is doing. But I just wanted to add that into this reading.
I don't know. These are some weird ass fucking readings today. So what role does the unicorn person play in the Phoenix life? How does the Phoenix view the unicorn person? Tower in reverse. Interesting. Okay. So I think the unicorn person views you as a little bit like sneaky in some regard. Sneaky about what? I think it's because you're so mysterious and you're very much so like you want to figure things out alone and by yourself. What are you sneaky about? Four of Cups. So it looks like you're sneaky about what you're offering the unicorn person in a way. I think you're sneaky. They think you're sneaky about like I think they feel like you're sneaky about what you have to offer them, and that you have enough to offer them in a way, which is kind of interesting, a little bit offensive to be honest. But you also view the Phoenix person views the unicorn person as the Tower in reverse. I feel like the Phoenix person views the unicorn person as like someone that helped them escape a really bad situation in their life, and I feel like they're kind of grateful for the fact that the unicorn person was able to do that for them. What did they help them escape? I'm curious. I think the unicorn person helped the Phoenix person back out of the situation where they felt like it wasn't worth continuing, because the unicorn person helped the Phoenix person understand that like the amount of effort that they were putting into that specific project was not going to pay off in the way that the Phoenix person expected it to, which is pretty interesting. What is the future? I guess we'll look at like the theme now of the next chapter. Twin flames, your passion ignites. That's pretty promising. I think then it's more so enjoying the like passion of the relationship. What are some of the events that happen in the next chapter of their love letter? The Hermit. Okay, I feel like you both are going to be spending a lot of time in each other's company and really like searching for the answers within yourselves, which is very on target for a relationship like this. Okay, what is happening with the Father of Wands in reverse? Okay. I think this might be related to the Phoenix person, but it doesn't have to be. Somebody that is a bit more like volatile and angry and kind of like uses their creativity and their like ideas to maybe not create the best of change within the world. So there's someone who's kind of bossy and a little bit too like cocky and overconfident and over controlling. This might actually be more the unicorn person than the Phoenix person, because the unicorn person had a lot of talk about like ego and things like that. I think that they're learning to become more collaborative, whoever this relates to in the relationship, especially when it comes to like the professional connection between the two of you if you're coworkers. And they're also becoming more, I think this might be the unicorn because this is a horse right here. They're definitely becoming more disciplined and more like focused and concentrated on making sure that their goals see progress. And there's just a lot of like movement with them. I think that because I talked about how the unicorn person might have been a bit less stable than they need to be, and that they've been putting off making certain decisions that would bring them stability. I just feel like the unicorn person really hates the mundane day-to-day aspects of life, but I think with the Chariot, and especially with this relationship, they might have the inspiration to move forward to make that decision and really like stop ignoring the day-to-day and finding that like balance between it. Is there anything else that's going to happen in the next chapter of this relationship? The Nine of Swords. What are they worried about? I think a lot of this has to do with like a change in the unicorn person, to be honest. I'll probably ask about the Phoenix specifically, or it could be the both of you, but somebody is being really like reckless and making bad. So I feel like somebody has more of a past of being reckless and making impulsive decisions and getting distracted, kind of like fizzling out through projects halfway through. So I feel like maybe the Phoenix person is concerned that the horse person is going to do this. Whoever it is about, like, somebody is a little bit worried that like this energy of impulsiveness is going to return into the relationship, and they're kind of sitting there wondering whether or not it's going to, like, the relationship is going to pay off itself, I feel like. Or maybe they're wondering whether or not the risk or reward of their impulsivity is going to pay off specifically, but it's definitely keeping them up at night and preventing them from like sleeping because they're so worried about the long-term longevity of this relationship. I don't want to ask a yes or no question if this is long-term longevity, because I don't want to change the outcome of this relationship through tarot. I don't think that that is my purpose of doing these readings. But why did I feel this way? Okay. Why did they feel this way?
I'm going to actually redo this part as well, because with the insight that I felt or heard earlier, I think it might be the Phoenix person that has the Nine of Cups in reverse energy. Although, not the Phoenix person, I'm sorry, the Unicorn person. Although it might apply to the Phoenix person. But I think that what they're up, there's a lot about payoff. And there's a lot about like feeling as though things aren't going to be worth it at the end, which relates to the Phoenix in a way with what I talked about like earlier in the reading. But I do think that like the unicorn person feels drained right now about taking care of the relationship, and they're kind of wondering whether or not the help that they're giving the Phoenix person is going to pay off, because there's a sense of like delay in the relationship in general and the satisfaction of being in a relationship, if that makes sense. I don't really know who the impulsivity refers to, though. It's interesting because you have a lot of fire energy there, which makes me think that it could be the Phoenix. But the Phoenix person, yeah, I think it might be the Phoenix person actually that the impulsivity relates to more so than the unicorn person, because I think that like with the Phoenix person fizzling out with projects and giving up halfway through, I think that that might be frustrating for the unicorn person, especially since the unicorn person is like embodies the chariot energy of just like moving forward, progressing through obstacles, being disciplined, having a plan about things. I think that like the unicorn person is really trying to help the Phoenix person and collaborate with them and try to get them back on their feet, but they might be sitting there wondering like whether or not it's going to be worth it. I don't know why I don't know why like the twin flame aspect of it is there. I think that that's a promise that things will work out. It's just a matter of trying to enjoy more of the passionate side of life, and that might be more on the unicorn than the Phoenix person, to stop trying to be so like pushy about things and to stop trying to be so bossy. But I would take what resonates in this case.
I'll go ahead and pull some advice cards before I end this reading. I'm not doing these cards. I'm a little bit out of it because I'm a little like spooked. Get some advice for this relationship in the next phase. Too many cards, my guy. Dear God, come on. There we go. The end of a tough cycle approaches. That's always very promising to see. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. Interesting. I don't know if I'm supposed to know what that means. Maybe one of you is doing this reading because you're considering leaving and you want confirmation to like get out of this relationship. Or maybe like you know that this is your person, but you're sabotaging yourself because you're like not able to handle that level. It's time to stop fearing the worst. That's what the moon card suggests. How hard are you willing to work for what you want? This card is reminding you that effort is required. Work issues may be about to come to a head when this card comes up. If you are wondering if you should stay in your job or leave, this card can be a strong sign to exit. The end of a rough time is forecast. This card also asks you to consider how ambitious you are and whether you're prepared to pull out all the stops to make your professional dreams come true without being ruthless. With the love question, this card can be a call to face reality. Whatever situation you're asking about, making a plan will help. If your personal life is troubled, prioritize it more. So you're forced to face reality about this connection in some way, but I'm curious about what that reality is. I feel like you know the answer to what this already is like talking about. What is the reality that the watcher has to face, or the person watching this video? You know what? I feel called to pull another heart card. I feel like that's a better, it's a more clear answer to what I'm asking about. This card from the beginning. Reflection, give each other space at the moment, trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. Okay, so I think this is saying that's going to work out for the best, and I think your moon card is more so talking about like not fearing the worst of the relationship and stop thinking about whether or not it's too good to be true type of situation. So that's some pretty good news to sort of end this reading off. I'm sorry that my energy is not as high as it usually is, but I hope that gives you some answers to like your questions and kind of like how this next phase is going to work out for the two of you. And I wish you luck. Bye. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. So, I apologize if I'm a little bit quieter than usual. I'm trying to keep it down because I live in a shared house. But I just wanted to start by giving a little bit of an explanation of how the reading is going to go. I am going to start off by pulling some oracle cards, and that's going to kind of help identify whether or not this is your pile. If you don't find yourself and your partner within this pile, it could be that it's a different one. It could be that maybe this reading isn't for you, but you might find yourself in this pile within both of them, or maybe you will stick to one. But I just wanted to let you know that it is possible that maybe like you feel like you and your partner do kind of share or mirror each other in terms of your relationship. But we'll start by drawing some cards for the both of you. Who is one of the entities in this relationship? Who is one of the entities? That in reverse? And the other entity. Who is the other entity in this relationship? The owl in reverse. Welcome, Gemini, Sagittarius, and why am I blinking on the other air sign? Sagittarius is a fire sign. What the fuck am I talking about? Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. I have a friend who's an Aquarius. I don't know why I straight up forgot that they existed. So we're gonna use the Killstar deck for this. You don't have to be those signs, by the way. It could just be that they're in your chart or that you resonate with air sign energy. Alright, what is the history with that person? The Hermit, the Wheel of Fortune. These don't show up very well, by the way, on camera. I apologize for that, but they have been very accurate lately. So I've been trying to get them out more, expose them more. Okay. So I get the feeling with the bat person, they've spent a lot of their time alone searching for answers of some sort. And with the Wheel of Fortune, it looks like they're kind of at a new cycle of their life, where they've been through like several cycles of their life, and a lot of the Wheel of Fortune reminds me of just like luck of some sort. So maybe they feel like they're pretty lucky in life and where they've managed to bring themselves. They have a Seven of Wands. Yeah, and they have something to prove. Like, they're a very brave person. They faced a lot of people who are telling them to back down, but they're very, like, stubborn about making sure that they put up the good fight. But they also have the Five of Swords in reverse, and I feel like that's a sense of drama that has been happening in their life that has gone too far. What is this drama situation? Three of Wands. What are they waiting for? I don't think that this is something that the bat person has caused. Jesus, I haven't even gone into who the bat is. Give me we're gonna get into that first. Before emerging, the bat waits for the sun to set and the moon to rise. In the darkness, it can see all that is visible and invisible in the daylight hours. The bat is a master of the subtle forces, of the underlying forces that cause some things to prosper and others to fade. The bat card shows up to signify the ending of a chapter, the closing out of a door. The bat comes swiftly, encouraging us to move on. So you're refusing to let go of something, and I think you find a lot of comfort in being in the dark. There's talk of cycles, and I think you're trying to enter into a new one when it comes to prospering, if that makes sense. That's what I'm hearing. But there's a sense of you're trying to live a more peaceful existence, because with the Six of Swords, you're moving from more turbulent, stressful waters to something that's more peaceful. But you're stuck at rock bottom right now. You feel like you're stuck at the worst you've ever been in, and there's this sense of delusion with you that you're trying to I feel get out of, but might have encouraged this Five of Swords in reverse energy. There's some sort of fear that's holding you back, and kind of that's ramping up over time. Yeah, you're trying to escape a reality of some sort. And I feel like there's somebody working against you, or somebody that you viewed as an enemy that you tried to fight against, and maybe you won, and other people are cheering you on, but you don't feel like it was fair what you did to them. I don't know. There's some sort of enemy aspect here, where you feel like somebody's your enemy when maybe they're not, and you're trying to just you're at rock bottom and you're trying to become more peaceful. I think that you're trying to escape rock bottom by resorting to maybe more negative substances, or just escaping fantasy in general in your head. But you also have the Nine of Cups here, so you there's a sense of your dreams coming true. Why is the Nine of Cups here, first of all? I feel like maybe you were trying to protect Yeah, I think maybe you were trying to protect your dreams, and that's why you were fighting this other person. With the Seven of Swords here. I'll pull a card anyway. Why is the Nine of Cups here? Two of Cups. I'm hearing call it what you want. So I think this is like, you've gone through drama, you've hit rock bottom, but I think your dreams are coming true when it comes to your love life. Like, everything around you is falling apart, and you're kind of waiting to get out of this phase of like, of this cycle of just like rock bottom and delusion and turmoil. And maybe that's why you're searching for answers with the Hermit right here. But whoever this connection is definitely kind of helping you through that, and helping you, like, in what way are they helping the Bat person? Refusing to let go of something. Refusing to let go of the battle, I feel like. Is that what they're helping you with? What are they helping? What is the Owl person helping the Bat person with? Jesus fucking Christ. I'm gonna reshuffle that. If that's meant to come out, that's meant to come out. What is the Owl person helping the Bat person with? I'm moving away from the camera when I should be moving forward. The Ten of Cups and the Four of Swords. Well, yeah, those were all the cards. So I think they're helping you, like, I feel like you have the sense that something is missing because your dreams have been coming true for you. And maybe the Owl person kind of like fills that for you, where now you feel kind of like you're complete with them. And they're also trying to like help restore your energy and help you like recover from some sort of heartbreak. So I definitely think that they're kind of helping you come out of this phase where you feel like you're at rock bottom and you feel like things aren't really like going your way, and that you're in the middle of like drama of some sort. So if that seems to resonate with you, then welcome to your pile. And I say you every time I start these readings, but this could also be the way that your person feels about you, if that makes sense. So the Bat person we've done. Let's look at the Owl person and what's going on with their life. Three of Wands. So they're waiting for something. What are they waiting for? Five of Wands. Eight of Wands reversed. So there's a delay of some sort. What's the delay? So far, I guess I'll read the description of the owl. The owl is a mysterious and otherworldly creature found in folklore from east to west. The white owl in this particular deck is the companion of the goddess Lakshmi and represents wealth, beauty, and good fortune. When the owl card appears, it's an omen that a boon or treasure is on the way, either in spiritual or material form. Okay, so they're waiting for that treasure to materialize. With owl wisdom on your side, you'll see and know exactly what to do with this boon, how it can further serve your dharma and bring abundance to the world. Trust that the wellspring of treasures is infinite. So, according to this card, them being reversed means that they're kind of having money quarrels, and there's a level of like scarcity in their life and a level of lacking, and maybe they're kind of like waiting to get out of that stage, because the Eight of Wands in reverse here is where something is moving very slowly and there's a delay in either like something work related or something passion related. And I feel like the owl is like a preparer of some sort, and I feel like they have everything, because they're waiting for a challenge right now. Like they're waiting for some sort of opposition, and I feel called to clarify like what challenge they're waiting for. Maybe they're waiting for like their money to run out. Maybe they're waiting for like what challenge? That's interesting. That they're both reversed too. They're trying to balance like the masculine and feminine elements of something. And maybe it's like coming together with you as a soulmate and waiting for challenges of trying to like help your differences work well together. But they're both in reverse, so I think that like they might be a little bit over controlling and over smothering in certain aspects of their life. They might be like trying to like lacking kind of the self-care aspect. They're definitely waiting for like abundance of some sort. Like they don't feel like they're receiving the abundance that they need. They don't feel like they're effortlessly attracting things into their life, and I think they're waiting for like a plan to emerge, or they're kind of waiting to assert themselves in some way. Like they kind of give defensive energy, but not like the Emperor is where someone else is calling shots for you and it's a need to like establish boundaries, but I think they might be a little bit afraid of doing that, and so they're waiting for somebody to like challenge their boundaries or challenge them in that way. I don't know. They're definitely coming out of like a period of lacking of some sort. So they're definitely like putting their efforts into the wrong thing, and that's why they're not attracting things so quickly right now. And I think they're just trying to be too forceful with getting what they want. And that's why they're kind of expecting challenge, and they're trying to like, they're stuck in this like attitude of, well, I'm gonna have it happen, it's gonna happen for me, that like they're expecting these challenges and trying to like prepare against them, if that makes sense, when really it's like they might not be there at the moment. For some reason I get the feeling that they just need to rest during this time, but they can't. They're not that type of person to like be able to rest and chill. They just feel like they need to be constantly on the move, and that's really like wearing them down. I feel like they need to set boundaries with themselves and really like establish a self-care routine, if that makes sense. Like they definitely need to work on like balancing the part of them that needs to be conquering and killing the game, and then the side of them that like takes care of themselves and actually like sits down and takes a breather and works on like beauty and things like that. So that's the energy that I'm getting for the owl person there, is they're just in a level of scarcity because they're waiting for challenges that aren't necessarily going to come, instead of actually like taking the time to take care of themselves. So what is the nature of your guys' relationship? Like, what is happening between the two of you? Somebody's up late at night. I don't know why I attract those people into my readings, because that has come up for everybody. Yeah. That it's related to the owl person right now, like they're up at night. No, it could be related to the bat person, because this is swords. So the bat person, I think, is like thinking about the trauma that has happened recently that I mentioned earlier, where they're like, they won, but kind of at what cost kind of attitude. Like, they've seen the ways that they've really impacted other people in their lives, and I think they're worried about the fact that they took things too far. Whereas the owl person, I feel like, is up at night because they're worried about like the delays that they've been seeing when it comes to their success. And there is the Queen of Pentacles here. I think that's earth energy, so I'm not exactly sure who that's related to. It could just be the both of you, where it's like you're not really cultivating the life that you want right now, and you don't feel like, they feel like things have kind of slowed down for them. They feel like they're lacking the abundance that they have worked hard to have, and so they've kind of gotten a little bit lazy and narcissistic and just like dependent on the bat person. So I'm kind of curious, how does the bat person feel about this? I'm gonna pull a heart card. How does the bat person feel about all of this? About their relationship? Always this card. I don't know why it comes out. There's a lot about space today with people's romantic relationships. So you're trusting, the bad person is trusting that things are going to work out for the best. I think they just need space from the owl person. Jesus Christ. Like, why? Okay, we're going to pull some tarot cards too. Yeah, I feel like the bat person knows that they're going to emerge out of this. That was my bad shuffling technique. I feel like the bat person is really like reflecting on the situation though, and what they can really like do about it. They're giving the owl person space to think things through, basically. What does the bat person feel about this situation? Here we go. Oh. So the bat person is like facing the suffering that the owl person is going through. Like, they're at financial scarcity at the moment, and I feel like the bat person wants to either help the owl person or they want the owl person to like seek help. And how does the owl person feel about the situation? Person for this situation. Okay, so the owl person wants to be honest and open about the situation, and I feel like there's a sense of combativeness though with the owl person, where they might feel a little bit defensive in a way. Yeah, they're a little bit aggressive, and also just they want to like get done with the situation. They want it to be quick, decisive, and they want to be more like forceful about the situation. I I feel like they're not being dishonest about it, which might be a little bit of comfort towards the bad person, but I don't necessarily know if the owl person really sees the weight of what they're going through. So what's this next chapter? Passion. A magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at the present. Enjoy it. Let's pull some tarot cards. What's the next chapter that I love it? Waiting? What is with this waiting energy? What are they waiting for? I would hate to call it. Okay. That's not bad. I feel like you're waiting for a transformative period in your life. Like you're waiting for this current cycle of lacking to end. And I don't think it's preventing you guys from like enjoying the moment and enjoying each other. But I do think that like I think you're waiting for this period to end where you feel very dissatisfied with things and you feel disappointed, like you had the rug swept out from under you, and you have somebody's taken away the excitement and the satisfaction of some sort of offer, and you're also waiting to like get out of this cycle where you feel tied to something, like some sort of contract, some sort of obligation, that you're waiting to be liberated, but there's also this fear of like, what if it comes back? Like what is the devil in reverse referring to? The Ten of Pentacles and the World in reverse. You're waiting. I feel like one of you feels very tied to like the material world, and that might be the owl person just because they're going through a scarce time at the moment, and they want to, I feel like they're in this like contract or obligation of some sort. It could be like a family member moment or something, but whatever it is, it has something to do with like some sort of opportunity that has fallen through for them that they felt was like very stable and secure. Or maybe like they feel like maybe they're trying to break the connection of feeling like their money has to be like, they have to be a rich person, they have to do this, they have to do that, but they're definitely struggling to enter into this new phase of the relationship with the World in reverse, because I feel like money has been such a big component of their life for so long that like that it's difficult to break from the connections of feeling like your success is tied to that, or that you need to be at a certain level to feel stable and to feel certain about life. There's a lot of talk of like the owl person. What about, like, it seems like your relationship is just in a phase of waiting. What about the bad person? What's the next chapter for them in terms of this relationship? Oh. Yeah, the bad person feels like there's something missing in this relationship. Like, they feel like they should be satisfied with where they're at for the owl person, but I think that being stuck in rock bottom for so long has really started to make them like disappointed, and they've been focusing on like the little details of this relationship for a while now, that I think that that's contributing to their rock bottom phase, and that's also like making them feel a sense of something being missing. They're definitely disappointed, and they're really focused on like they're so focused on that disappointment that it's hard for them to like see the good in life. Why are they disappointed? Why are they disappointed? Okay. Yeah, they're disappointed because they don't have generational wealth. Like, they don't have a sense of stability right now that they need. They don't have like the money. Yeah, they don't have the rewards right now to take care of themselves or to take care of their family. And so I feel like they have this sense of disappointment because they thought that they were going to get that from the owl person, but they didn't. Or maybe they're just disappointed in the situation. I want to see how you guys like how are they going to navigate this? How is the owl person going to navigate this scarcity? They're just gonna continue waiting, I guess. Jesus. How is the bat person going to navigate this scarcity? This card needs to come out. Judgment in reverse. So the bat person's gonna continue to like cling on to this relationship, and they're going to like ignore this next cycle that they're headed into, and ignore growth. Why? Why are they ignoring this? What is the call, first of all? I should ask that. What is the universe calling them to do? Reversed. What the heck? I think it's telling you to bail. You're being called, because with the Ace of Pentacles, an opportunity that you once thought was really successful or secure is not working out for you. And with the Two of Pentacles, you've been trying so hard to like juggle everything in your life and overworking yourself and taking on so much responsibility that like it's really starting to wear you down, and you've been just putting in so much but not getting anything in return that it's essentially a lost cause at this point, which I hate to say during a love reading in the next phase of something, but it's interesting that like the Passion card is here, but maybe that's all that this is at the moment. Like, I don't know, maybe it's not in terms of them. We'll look at the advice cards. Can we get some advice, Spirit, about this relationship? Why does that feel so contradictory? Maybe it's asking you to like not bail on the relationship specifically, but to stop working for something that, like, stop pouring your efforts into something that's not working. I feel like both of you have like a project that you're trying to work on and that you've been putting in effort in for a while, but you're not really seeing the payoff. So Spirit is asking you both to like stop doing that and focus on like other areas of your life and focus on other things, especially with the passion card. That would make sense. Can I get a moon card for some advice? There we go. A new romantic cycle begins, a new moon in Libra. Where's my moon card, Jen? There it is. Okay. Feel more, think less. Marriage or engagement is on the cards. A legal matter will go your way. Give and take could well be the answer to whatever dilemma you're asking about. Compromise may be called for. It's time to start negotiating or even renegotiating. There's a restart for you, and for someone else, a new relationship could be beginning, and if that's the case, the chances are this will be healthy and well balanced. Yeah, so it's telling you guys to team up together and to talk through things and to not be selfish. I feel like you definitely need to like negotiate your needs right now, because if you're the bat person, at the very least, I think you need to negotiate with the owl about what you truly want and what you truly need, because I feel like you feel unstable at the moment with your connection with the owl. But it's because you're both just over investing in, I don't think the relationship, but in other things that are putting you guys in that state of lack, and you need to reconsider where to allocate your resources. I don't think it's telling you to bail on the relationship. I think that like give and take seems to be like the common theme here, and I think that's the key to having passion at the present. Where I think you just need to give each other space, basically, when you need it, and to really like allow you two to be close, but to not really like claim each other as property, if that makes sense. To really have the freedom to allow yourself to do what you need to do, because maybe you're like distracted by this connection between the two of you. Maybe like the passion is really, that could explain why the devil was there earlier. Maybe like the passion of your guys' relationship is kind of taking front and center, and you're kind of neglecting the other areas of your life that need to be taken care of, and you just need to kind of like take a step back from the relationship. Not to break things off and take a break from it, but to just kind of like give each other the opportunity to go back into your careers, give each other the opportunity to like be independent from the other person. But I think that that's all that I have for this reading. They always feel so quick, and they're like 40 minutes each, but that's all I feel inclined to give to you. Thank you for listening to my readings. It's been a long day, and I do have social media available if you would like to receive a more personal reading. So go ahead and check that out. But I wish you luck, pile 3, and your next phase of your relationship. I hope all goes well, and I hope you find the answers that you're looking for. Bye!